speaker. Dave Ledbetter.
Mr. Chairman, dear comrades, friends, they say of human history that it consists of lies about crimes. If that be true, then there is a great student of history who lives 2 miles that away, the landlord of the Clackaig Inn. I don't say he wrote the lies, I don't think he's the imagination, but he certainly believes them all. Because last time we were in that pub, a year ago, on Glencoe Day, and the pub is right by the scene of the massacre, so it's appropriate that whoever is the landlord of it should be a student. Aha! Yes, exactly, because what he says there is, no Campbells served here. There's a big notice saying no Campbells served here. And that serves the myth that the people who died in Glencoe died as a result of clan warfare. That is a lie. They died as a result of deliberate genocide carried out by a psychopathic monster of a king called William. That is why they died. And to pretend otherwise does their memory and Scotland's cause no service. That is why they died. That's the first lie. He doesn't mean it, of course. He won't kick you out if your name's Campbell. It's just an advertising gimmick. If he really meant it, the Duke of Argyll and all the Campbells could take him to the Race Relations Board, and the cleaners, and quite right too. But the difference between us and the Campbells is there's a great big notice saying no Campbells serve here, but the Campbells can get in. There's no great big notice saying Scottish Republicans barred here, but we are barred. That's the reality, that's the difference. Now why are we barred? Well, I phoned him up the other day because, to our shame, it was thought that an English-sounding police, not the local ones, but the ones in Oban, while he put his, sort of oil rag on, the engine driver put the oil rag on to talk to me. And I could hear her saying in the background, well, he's an awful well-spoken fella. And he's from the John McLean Society, you see. And he's saying, yes, but if you allow him to come, the others will come. And they'll do things. And they'll be political. You know, this is the second myth about Glencoe. Nobody, he says the Campbells are barred. He says also he must believe then that the Campbells weren't political, the MacDonalds weren't political, King Billy the Psychopath wasn't political, the English imperialist interests behind King Billy weren't political. Nobody was political. They're just historical. Well, comrades, we are political, and it's as politicians we come here to remember the people of Glencoe. Now, you notice the nations and the blood of these victims of genocide, of English genocide, is the seed of the Scottish nation, and that's why we come here. Thank you.
More than just genocide. We are here to commemorate the whole history of the oppression of one nation, and that nation is our nation, Scotland. Well, let us not take doom from that. Let us realise that what is done can also be undone. That men make their own history, men and women, and it is as Scots, it is as working class Scots, that we can go out and undo the whole history of English imperialism that has bedevilled Scottish history. There is a way forward. That way is the road of Scottish independence. That way is the road of the Scottish Workers' Republic. We look to the example in South Africa. We look to the example in Ireland. We look to our comrades in Wales. We look to all the worldwide struggles for socialism, democracy and national liberation. And we know that we can apply that model to Scotland. So the MacDonalds didn't die in vain. John McLean didn't die in vain. The martyrs of 1820 didn't die in vain. We are not struggling in vain. We shall win. All hail the Scottish Workers' Republic.